everyone, it's Nick here with Nick's Hard Rock CD album review. I hope everyone's doing well. The band we're going to look at today is Def Leppard. Now, this is their third album, and it's called Pyromania, and it was released in 1983. I'll just read the song titles off the album. We've got Rock Rock Till You Drop, Photograph, Stage Fright, Too Late for Love, Die Hard the Hunter, Fooling, Rock of Ages, Coming Under Fire, Action Not Words, and Billy's Got a Gun. There's a picture of the band. It's a bit hard to make out. The photo's in red or some weird colour, but we've got Phil Collen on the guitars. Joe Elliott, lead singer. Rick Allen on the drums. Rick Savage on the bass. And Steve Clark on the guitars. I should mention that Phil Collen, he actually replaced the original guitarist Pete Willis. Now Pete Willis got fired from the band, so Phil Collen replaced him and has been in the band ever since. So this album it did produce 4 singles that did very well. Photograph, Rock of Ages, Foolin', and Too Late for Love, and this album that they actually used a producer called Mutt Lange. Now he actually produced other Def Leppard albums after this one, but it was this album that got Def Leppard noticed in America. Now Def Leppard are European; they came from England, a town called Sheffield. But this is the album that broke them in the United States, and it did phenomenally well. It was huge, this album. And this is what got them noticed. And Mutt Lange, the producer, he gave Def Leppard a very polished sound, a big sound, and a very polished sound. And that can be really heard not only on this album, but their next album, Hysteria, which was just absolutely huge. But I'll review that at a later stage. This album actually went number 2 on the Billboard 200 American charts. So reached number 2 on the charts, went number 4 on the Canadian charts, number 18 on the UK charts, and this album actually sold over 10 million copies in America alone, in USA alone, 10 million. I mean that's unbelievable. 4 singles: Photograph, Rock of Ages, Fooling, and Too Late for Love, all did well. And it went 7 times platinum. It's reached 7 times platinum. And in the UK, 7 times platinum in America, and in Europe, it's gone 60,000 copies plus sold. So it's just a massive effort. Now as I said, this is their third album. Now the 2 albums they released before this were just pretty much a straight up hard rock. It's a bit similar to AC/DC actually. They had a very sort of bit of a similar type sound to AC/DC. But this was the album that, as I said, got them really noticed and started just the massive surge in popularity, especially overseas outside of England for these guys. Now, in the Rolling Stone magazine, as I mentioned before, Rolling Stone magazine, a very prestigious music magazine, and it's been around for decades and widely respected magazine. In 2004, this album was it reached number 384 of the greatest albums of all time. So that's all time, in history of rock albums. It reached number 17 on the greatest hair metal albums out of 50. So 17 out of 50 hair metal albums. This got to number 17, and reached number 52 on the 100 greatest metal albums of all time. So it's really struck a chord. Obviously, with this album, it struck a chord with a lot of music lovers. And as I said, it's just got a very polished sound and. It's very radio friendly. I mean, it's hard rock. It's sort of your hair metal, glam rock type music, but it's just a very polished and a very clean sounding album, and of course the next album after this, Hysteria, was the same process and the same type of sound. But and I should actually mention that this is the drummer. Where is he? Rick Allen. It's hard to see him. So he's somewhere there. There he is there. Now he actually lost his arm. He's a drummer. He lost his arm after this album. So this is the last album where he's actually playing with two arms. So yeah, he lost his arm in a car accident in 1985. So a couple of years after this was made. So yeah, it's a bit. Yeah, as I mentioned in the Def Leppard video, Def Leppard have gone through a lot of tragedy in their career, but they've rode through it. They've got over it, but well, not got over it, but they've always managed to come through the other side. Look, my favourite tracks would have to be Photograph. Now that was, as I said, that was one of the hit singles, and it's a very melodic song. And that's the thing with Def Leppard, very melodic songs they make, that they record, and that's their signature sound. Stage Fright, Die Hard the Hunter, Rock of Ages, which is a really big chorus type sound, fist pumping in the air type song. Coming Under Fire, Billy's Got a Gun. Billy's Got a Gun just showcases Steve Clark and Phil Collin, the two guitarists, just playing off each other so well. It's phenomenal listening to it. But but look, out of 10, I would give this album a 9 out of 10. It's pretty much faultless. It's just a very easy album to listen to, and it's full of melody, and it's full of lush sounds and great guitar melodies, and no wonder it did so well, and it's but this was just the start of many great things to come for Def Leppard. As I said, their next album, Hysteria, after this one, just catapulted Def Leppard to another level, a massive another level. So and look, Def Leppard are still going to this day, and congratulations to them. I mean, they've just done so well. I mean, despite this, the stuff that's happened to them, the tragedies they've gone through, and they still managed to come through the other side. And that's the thing that I really respect from this band, is that they haven't given up. They never gave up when everything was going against them. Well, not everything going against them. When circumstances were going against them, they kept on going. They kept on believing and staying strong. And so congratulations to the guys. So there we go. There's Def Leppard's third album, Pyromania. Yeah, and I said I'll give this a 9 out of 10. Just a very, pretty much a faultless album. So yeah. So until then, thank you very much for watching, and I hope everyone's doing well, and look after yourselves and look out for each other. And I will see you next time. Bye bye.